Man of Maranatha, Detroit, Michigan, where everything depends upon a proper understanding of Genesis 3:15, where the Most High God said to the serpent, I will put enmity between you and the woman. Her seed's heel will bruise your seed's skull. How do you get through it? I do not know. That is why you have to have faith. Faith is the instrument that sparks the DNA. It sparks the dunamis that's within you. It gets everything to working. You know, like when you got slapped on your behind, and so you could take that deep breath. You took that deep breath. Well, if you want to take the breath of Yah, if you really want to understand the spiritual dimension of the Godhead, you got to have faith. Faith gives you that breath, that when you breathe in, because breathing in, it shows the femininity of you, whether you're masculine, if you're a man or a woman. Israel was masculine. Once he wrestled with the angel of the Lord, he became feminine. Jacob was masculine. Once he wrestled with the angel of the Lord, he became feminine. Israel is feminine. They are the bride of the Most High God. But because the Israelites kept whoring with the other nations, and trusting them to feed them. All of the food isn't real. Everything is created. There's this, how was it said? It's like McDonald's serve over 50 billion people, and then, in order for you to process beef for 50 million people every day, you have to have an ample amount of supply of cows. And there are not that many cows that are created or being birthed that would produce that amount of beef. The cow has to be born, and then the cow has to be raised, and then the cow has to be processed. It's not enough cows to produce to feed 50 million people. And then when you start force feeding the cow to get the cow fatter quicker, that's not natural. It's not natural. And then you gotta understand, there's Burger King, there's Wendy's, there's Jack in the Box, there's Five Guys, there's Ponderosa, there's Ruth Chris, there's Costco, there's Sam's Club, there's Kroger, A&P, Farmer Jack, Chatham, whatever. There are all of these people that are selling beef, and it's like, where are the cows? I mean, how many cows can you produce to create all of this beef for everybody all over the world? You gotta cut it, process it, ship it, preserve it. You really think you're eating beef? Man, the trickery of the words and their deception, it gets you to say things. That's the spell. It gets you to say things over and over, so much that you begin to believe the lie. Tell me, people, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Yeah, it's so funny. You think it's funny? Funny being folly. There are two women that, I think it's Proverbs 8 and 9, it talks about. There's wisdom and then there's folly. You keep laughing and thinking something is funny, but they're telling you right in your face. Where is the beef? Oh, I was watching this news report, and they were saying, they're making, the remnants of steak, and they put it together, and then they put, like pig's blood in it, and they press it together and do whatever, and it looks like steak. Whoa, dude, whoa. It looks like steak. And, the reporter is looking, and he's like, yeah, it looks like steak. And then they cook it, and he's like, wow, this tastes like steak. And it's like, if they're able to do that, if I'm Outback, if I'm Texas Roadhouse, if I'm any of these places that's selling steak, and I know that real steak, real meat, it costs 3 times as much as this piece of artifact that has pieces of beef in it, although it has pig's blood in it. And I can sell this instead of, if I'm buying it at $2 an ounce, I can buy it at 65 cents an ounce, and it tastes like steak. I can make it thicker, better, leaner, much stronger. Come on, people. The serpent has been trying to create people and to create things all along. I mean, that's just the whole thing of the story. I mean, they're even trying to get the DNA of a pharaoh. I mean, that's the narrative that they're telling you. But they're cloning people. They're trying to make a person. And once they clone this person, the spirit that's going to be put within them is Google, Yahoo, the internet. Once that person is tapped in, the problem is when this person, when this being, this entity begins to think for itself. You're gonna have a person that's cloned, and you're gonna tap into them some type of chip, some information that he or she, they're gonna have ultimate resources to, and then they're gonna take it upon themselves at one particular time. I can really control this, and who's gonna be against me because I got all this information at my fingertips. That's where it's all headed. It's the serpent seed. What's his name? Nimrod was making a what was it? Something to look up into the sky, an astrological place. He was looking in the sky. See, when they get this clone right, and they got the technology right to put into him, and the stars align, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get they're mimicking God. You knew that the Messiah was the fulfillment of Genesis 3:15 when he was fully man, being a son of Mary and Joseph. He was fully God, being filled with the Spirit when the Father said, "This is my Son who I am well pleased," and the Spirit came upon him, and then he went out doing the miracles. Before the baptism, there were no miracles. Everything was just based upon the understanding of the law. That's what we're going through right now. We're talking about spiritual things based on the understanding that we have of the Torah. Then there's going to come a time where we're going to be filled with the Spirit. We're going to be filled with this dunamis, this spark. And then we're going to be able to do things. Right now we're studying and we're reasoning. In the future, we're going to be able to do some things. We're going to be healing. We're going to be doing a lot of things. But that's what we were supposed to do. It's no big thing, If that's what you were meant to do, it shouldn't be a big thing to you. But when you get caught up in yourself, ego Cain, that Cain mentality, then you'll get off centered.